Welcome to a new chapter of Agentic AbadIA, Day 12. Thrilled to have you back. If you're listening to this, you know this project is our personal adventure to solve the classic Spanish video game La Abadía del Crimen using the most cutting-edge artificial intelligence. And guys, this is a chapter with a brutal update. In this episode, we're going to talk about the current status of the Agentic AbadIA project, tell you what has happened over these past few months, and most importantly, what state it is in now. Spoiler, there are tons of breakthroughs. And we'll also give you a preview of the plans we have for the next version. Buckle up because the AI is in turbo mode. Vibe coding and the Agentic AbadIA philosophy, the first thing I have to share with you is a mind-blowing piece of data. More than 90% of the code generated for the Agentic AbadIA project has been written using vibe coding with Gemini CLI. That's insane. What is vibe coding? This concept is the key to our progress. This programming philosophy and the name were popularized by the great Agentic AbadIA, a legendary figure in AI. Vibe coding isn't about typing line by line. It's more about sitting down to guide and collaborate with the AI. Think of it like this. You have a vibe, a general idea of what you need. For example, I need a Python server that exposes these 6 operations for a game's API. Instead of sweating over it, you pass that vibe to Gemini, and it returns an almost perfect code skeleton, complete with doc strings, the ideal structure, and often, even unit tests. Why does it work so well for Agentic AbadIA? The reason is twofold and vital for this project. Speed of iteration and experimentation. In this project, which is a constant testing ground, I need to advance and test integrations faster than ever. If I can generate 90% of the standard code in a matter of seconds, my time is dedicated to what really matters. The design of the agent architecture, the planning logic, and the integration between the ADK, MCP, and the game. 100% productivity. I don't dedicate 100% of my day to Agentic AbadIA. When I have an hour free, I need to be 100% productive. Vibe coding allows me to jump straight into implementation without the mental friction of remembering syntax or setting things up. It's like having a hyper-competent, always available co-programmer who handles all the heavy lifting. It's a philosophy that skyrockets efficiency. Gemini CLI, the developer's secret weapon, and if vibe coding is the philosophy, the Gemini CLI is the tool. I say this without blinking. Definitely, my main tool is Gemini CLI. I've been programming on the command line for more than 40 years. Yes, I'm an old terminal hacker. And although I open advanced editors like Cursor or, on rare occasions, Visual Studio Code, especially when I need to modify something and its autocomplete speed is lightning fast, the reality is that I'm using Gemini CLI almost all the time. What is it, and why is it so fast? The Gemini CLI is the official command line interface that gives you direct access to Google's models, like Gemini. It allows you to interact with the AI from your favorite terminal. You write a prompt or an instruction, and the AI returns the code or the answer in clean text, ready for you to copy, paste, or pipe to another script. The no-brainer decision using the CLI is an obvious decision, a no-brainer for many of today's developers. Zero friction. For those of us who live in the terminal, there's no context switching. No need to open a browser, a website, or a graphical application. It's as fast as typing a command. Workflow integration. This is the key to productivity. You can pass the content of a complex file to Gemini CLI, cap my underscore file, .p, why Gemini refactor it for me, and pipe the output directly to another file, all without leaving your terminal session. That's development automation. Speed and access. The response speed is incredibly fast, especially with models like Gemini Flash. And it's not just my personal preference. If you look up references, you'll see that the internal use of these types of AI-based tools at Google is massive. It's estimated that tools similar to Gemini CLI are used hundreds of thousands of times a day, not just by programmers, but by entire teams to summarize documents, analyze code, or automate tasks. The AI command line is the future of productivity, and we are already living in it. Current status. The MCP server is coming to life. And now for the most exciting part. The current state of the project is super fantastic. We have made exponential progress with the AbadIA MCP server. Remember, The Model Context Protocol is the standardized bridge that allows our AI to connect and talk to the game. We have implemented practically all the basic game operations: up, down, left, right. And what is crucial for the AI? We have already created the first high-level composite operations, such as geo north or go northwest, which the server breaks down into the necessary basic movements. But the icing on the cake is this: we can now use Gemini CLI as an MCP client. This means we can sit at the terminal, give a simple command to Gemini: I want to move towards the library. Gemini interprets it, translates it into a standardized instruction, and sends it to the AbadIA MCP server, which in turn executes it in the game. Our AI can now talk to the game and act in the world of Abadía del Crimen. The functional minimum viable product, MVP, for agent action is here. Next steps. Increasing complexity, the road ahead is as fascinating as the one we leave behind. The next steps will be: implement complex tasks. We are going to continue creating those high-level tasks, which are fundamental for the planning agent. Go out this room, follow the Abad, or explore the rooms around you. This gives our planning agent a much richer vocabulary. Simple planning agent. And the most exciting thing, we will begin to prepare a simple planning agent that starts making simple plans to test the robustness of this MCP server. It will be the first real functional agent in the world of AbadIA. And with this milestone of agent action, we close today's review. It has been an episode full of enthusiasm for vibe coding, the efficiency of the Gemini CLI, and above all, the incredible progress of our MCP server. Artificial intelligence doesn't stop, and neither do we. Don't miss the next chapter, which will be day 13, where we will put our first planning agent to the test in the game world. Thank you for joining us on this adventure of code, crime, and AI agents. Until next time, Abadia hackers.